Hello, everybody. I'm Celtic Amethyst Rose. You can also call me Jordy. Um, and I am a RV wannabe, well, wannabe RVer. I should say it that way. Yeah. And I'm trying to put together the plan because I would like to become a full-time RVer. And I don't mean like some people are that do a lot of traveling. I mean, I'd like to be more of a snowbird, which means I'd spend a few months up where I'm normally from, which is the Pacific Northwest. Um, Especially I love being at the coast. So coming or staying, I should say, in my home state, but on the coast during the summer would be nice because it's always cooler there. But during the winter time, it can get really cold. There can be snow, and I'm not a fan of snow. So I'd end up going somewhere in the south, like either Nevada or Arizona. I have family in Arizona, but Nevada, I like Nevada. If there's anybody out there who his home base is Nevada, um, love a little bit more information, especially if you have camp down there in Nevada. Best places that would be good to kind of hang your hat. Where you might, well, I know Las Vegas, you'd be able to find some employment there depending on how you're looking for it. But I like Reno quite a bit. But I'd be interested in hearing from other people who enjoy going to Nevada and camping in Nevada. I'd love to hear some of those stories. I've seen a couple of really great parks online. One in Pahrump. Actually, there's a couple in Pahrump that I've seen. So those might be ones I'd entertain, if I decided to make Nevada a half of the year destination, basically. So we'll see if I do Nevada or if I choose Arizona because I have family there. We'll see. But I haven't bought the rig yet, but I'm basically researching it right now because I really do like the idea of a Class A. Makes me a little nervous though on the driving part of it because it's not as maneuverable. But then again, I'm not going to go down any gravel roads with. You wouldn't do that anyway with a Class A. You wouldn't even really want to do that with a Class C. Maybe with a Class B. It just depends on where you want to go. But I am more of a parker to park somewhere for a while. Which is why I'd be looking a lot at RV camps and such, especially ones that have the monthly rates. And I don't know much about that. So if there's anybody who does do that, any of you fellow snowbirds out there, just let me know. Let me know how much you pay per month for, the parks that you stay at. Are there any parks in this country or on the West Coast that basically rent month to month, and don't have a restriction on how many months, or have long restriction, or basically like can let you do at least 4 months or so in one place. So I doubt that there's one out there, but just in case, and I figured I'd ask. I think by the time I finally do get my RV, I may not have my cats anymore. They're both 14. They're Boo and Zip, two little ragamuffins. I have pictures of them on our village site, so you'll be able to see him there. And then, of course, I have Ziggy, who is my African gray parrot, who's currently asleep well, he's in his cage, I should say. He's probably not asleep. But if you hear, some noise from time to time, it's just him trying to assert himself, so. But anyway, I'm just in the planning stages. I know that I want, a good solid vehicle. I'm looking for as much advice as possible on it. And, I have quite a few questions about various rigs and such. So if you have, like, for instance, I love Class C's. And if you have a Class C, let me know. And I've looked at really older Class C's, but if your first RV for instance, was a real older Model 1. How much did you have to drop into it to get it up to your specifications? Did you have to do much? You know, it just depends. You know, every person I think is different, you know, with the kind of RV that they're going to have. And I'm just trying to find the right one for me. So anyway, well, I'm really looking for advice from you RVers out there, you know, for everybody who does this full time. You know, I really am interested in that, especially, you know, those that are in Class C vehicles or older model vehicles. We're talking like 70s, 80s, 90s, that year, around those 3 decades there. I would probably prefer the most a rig that was anywhere from 1990 to 2000. You know, but those are ones I can't afford right now, so I'm probably going to have to go much cheaper. And, you know, I've toyed with the idea of getting like a 1989 Class A and, you know, customizing it, basically. But I don't know how much that would be to do it, or if I'd be able to afford to do it. So, like I said, advice. I need advice. So, anywho, just feel free to post or send me a message on our village. And I would, you know, love to know what you know. Anyway, again, I am Celtic Amethyst Rose. And if you were expecting that wild-haired Irish gal that I had on there as an icon, yeah, I used to look like that a long time ago. So, this is me now. And it's changed an awful lot since I looked like that. But anyway, I guess I originally had put that on there because I was afraid of letting anybody know what I looked like. You know, you go through these, you know, moments of, should I let people see me? Should I not? Then there's other people you see out there that are doing that, and they don't seem to have a care in the world. So, okay, what could it hurt? So anyway, advice. And I look forward to hearing from some of you.